Hello! Whoa! Ladies and gentlemen of the Future Fandation, welcome. Now, today's different. There's two faces. And usually we have a cool little transition, but today we're gonna hop right into just talking about with the group, friends. We got Aaron today, we got Gabe today. Go ahead and say what's up. Aaron, you wanna go first?
Yeah, super last minute,
I
Last
know,
time
it
I was
really
here,
was.
we were talking about Henry Cavill, right? MCU and all that.
Yeah, all that.
It's been a good minute.
No, it was
but
J.J.
yeah.
Abrams. J.J. Abrams.
Abrams, yeah.
Abrams.
My boy Abrams.
But yeah, I'm excited to be here. I love the show. Love everything you guys are doing.
Gabe, good to see you
Awesome
again.
to have you. I know, right? I have the spoiling hot news that Omega Red is confirmed via Screen Rant, and their total misconception of what they just saw.
You want to explain that?
Screen Rant.
You want to explain what
Oh
that's
yeah.
about?
So there's this image going around of Omega Red, right? And every news site seems to be taking this as confirmed Falcon Winter Soldier. It's a leaked screenshot, but it's actually just like concept art from Deadpool 2, and it's being tossed around as a leaked photo from Falcon the Winter Soldier, because there was rumors and theories going around that he may be introduced as a non-mutant in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
There's a lot of rumor mills going around on Falcon and Winter Soldier. We'll hop into Falcon and Winter Soldier a little later.
It's already begun.
Because
The show has
already begun.
Because it's already begun. And yeah, and they're kind of trying it, which Gabe is a little right. We've had some interviews from certain actors that are already saying things. But
no, are they really?
Well, there was one so far, at least one. Man. We'll just hop into it first with a little bit of Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's coming up. It's next week. Isn't that kind of exciting? You have the hype for that?
Yeah.
I'm kind of suppressing. I'm kind of suppressing my hype a little bit because the fact that I think when it comes to like overall, I was satisfied with the story they gave with Wanda and Vision. But I think I was definitely a lot of the things that I was disappointed about when it came to WandaVision, like unanswered story arcs and just teases that were just for the sake of being there, not for the sake of setting anything up. So like because of that, I'm kind of going into Falcon and Winter Soldier with just a little bit, hearing everything I hear about Falcon and Winter Soldier with just a little bit, like grain of salt and stuff, because there's a lot of things going on with Falcon and Winter Soldier. We have rumors of mutants. We have rumors of Inhumans. We have rumors of
in Falcon
and Winter Soldier. Yeah, because not anymore, because originally it was apparently before COVID, a big part of the show was that there was going to be a virus that led to the Inhumans, but apparently it was rewritten because of COVID. So I don't know if they're going to keep the Inhumans arc or if they're going to move that to somewhere else. Was that even confirmed
that Inhumans was going in there?
No, of course not.
I thought.
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
I didn't know if I didn't read something or not.
Nope. But no. So now we're hearing all this stuff, and now we have people saying Omega Red and everything, and I think we're here on at least Future Fandation. We're gonna cover them. We're gonna talk to them, but I think it's just accept everything with a huge grain of salt because of what happened.
I think a lot of people are gonna learn their lesson from WandaVision, and again, rumor mills and. The show is obviously based around that, so there's nothing wrong with that. But I think, I think going in, at least for me personally too, I follow a couple subreddits where they talk about MCU spoilers, and it's all fun and it's cool when you can talk about that stuff. But kind of how you said, we're like mutants and Inhumans and all that, like it's already starting on Twitter and Reddit, and it's kind of like, let's just watch the show.
Well, because
let's get the tone of it.
So big thing of WandaVision was that Paul Bettany was like, oh, I'm working with someone I love, and then the actress who played Monica Rambeau was like, can't wait for you guys to see who the Astro engineer is or whatever. Well, now we have, what's his name? George St. Pierre or whatever?
George St. Pierre. He's
MMA fighter.
He appeared in the Winter Soldier.
Yes, he did.
As Batroc. So he's going to be reprising his role as Batroc.
He will be.
Okay.
And he was saying, the theories and stuff are going to be even crazier for fucking Winter Soldier. And I'm like, why? Why you're marketing the theories now? You're like,
dude, I was pissed. I was like, no, stop talking.
Like, listen, if he ends up being right,
good on him.
I'm for it.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like, we might watch the first episode and they might legit drop a bomb on us where we're like, we can't help but speculate. But here's why I think this show is going to be different from Wanda. It's less experimental, and WandaVision in the beginning half of the show was very vocal about it being different than anything we'd ever seen before. Falcon and Winter Soldier literally looks like
a Marvel movie.
Like a Marvel movie. It looks like Captain America 2. It looks like Civil War. It looks like the more political, grounded side of Marvel and everything. So I think we're gonna get some cool story arc, but I think the tone of this show is going to be vastly different from
180.
WandaVision.
Yeah. Because look,
100%.
WandaVision took 9 episodes for someone to get punched in the face. I guarantee you,
Right.
episode 1's gonna have someone
I've already
getting punched
heard.
in the face. Yeah.
I've already heard
People are getting punched in the face. Like,
Yeah, the embargo hasn't been lifted, I don't think, until
Thursday.
I thought it was Tuesday.
Tuesday?
I read Tuesday. I don't know. I could be
I'm
wrong,
not sure.
But,
Yeah.
but from what people have been saying, they said it's got great action. It feels just like Winter Soldier. You know, they said it was a solid episode, and they said it was very political.
I heard about that. Yeah. I heard
They
about
said it
that.
might be the most political kind of show, and not
Okay,
so much
okay.
like
What kind of politics are we talking here? Are we talking?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think it's gonna just be politics, like, because remember in the trailers it showed like a couple people like with an uprising, like with the masks that they had and everything.
Yeah.
I think Zemo's gonna kind of be, I don't want to say terrorist, but like, you know, kind of a fanatical kind of villain out there. So I think that's what it means by political, is more government affairs, not so much like BLM and Trump presidency.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like,
Yeah, it's not gonna go into that.
I think it's just like it's gonna focus more on the politics of the universe than
Right.
Zemo,
when people hear-
Zemo is an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, he's anti-vote, you know.
Oh man.
But yeah, I think that's what they mean by political, is it's gonna dive into what it means to be Captain America and what does the shield represent and all of that. And you know, whereas WandaVision was very fantastical, it was the fantasy side of Marvel. This is gonna be very boots on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Except we have a dude who flies like a falcon. So
And then a dude with a metal arm.
metal arm.
It'd be sick. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Then we got motherfuckers like George St. Pierre that are just like, the
Man.
theories are gonna be bigger than WandaVision, and it's just like
he's like, hear me out. Y'all were talking about Mephisto, but think bigger, think bigger, think bigger.
Galactus is coming, baby.
3
Episode
Mephistos.
Confirmed.
There's 3 Mephistos.
Galactus is coming, baby. He's coming.
White Vision is the bad guy.
Yeah, he's gonna appear, yep.
White Vision's the bad guy. I mean, hey, I'm excited. There's not much we can say about it because, you know, now we're just waiting. We're just really waiting
We're in the
until
endgame now.
we got one. We're in the end game now. On your left, dude. We
On your left.
have 1 week. Okay.
And let me ask you guys a question real quick.
Yeah,
Sorry to
what's up?
interrupt, Fernie.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Do you think we'll see Cap at all in this?
I was about to say. Okay, yeah, perfect. Great segue.
Flashback or Old Man Cap?
I think we
Either
could
one.
see. I think in the last episode, there will be a scene where Falcon is like, man, I can't do this Captain America stuff. I don't deserve the shield. And then they're gonna go to like a bar or some shit, and then Old Man Cap is gonna be like right there at the bar.
You think so?
And then
You
they're
think
gonna
they'll do it.
Yeah. He's gonna go up. It's gonna be like the most inspirational fucking thing he'd ever said, and then it's out. And
See,
that's
I
it.
think they gotta be safe with it. I think they gotta not overstay their welcome with Cap. You know, because he had arguably one of the best story arcs in the whole MCU of the Infinity Saga, and the way that they ended his story was perfect for him.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and not to say that if they brought him back for a 2-minute cameo, you know, like you said, where it's just him talking or whatever, or even just him turning around and it reveals that it's him and he smiles at, you know, just anything like that, I think is the most that they should do. I think
Now,
you know, keep it Falcon and Winter Soldier. They deserve their spotlight.
Now, a
you
big
know?
rumor in the beginning of the when all the trailers came out and people were like breaking down the trailers, people thought maybe Steve Rogers have died, because there's a lot of scenes where Falcon looking real sad, wearing a tuxedo, looking at the shield, with huge photos of Steve Rogers like in the background, and people were like, it's either he's at a museum, and he's just chilling sad in the museum for no reason, or it's a funeral.
I thought maybe this show might open up on maybe a funeral sequence of them saying goodbye to Captain America, like Steve Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
But if that would be it, then I feel like if they were to do something like that, we'd see Steve Rogers only in the form of like a picture or something.
You think it could be metaphorical? Because remember when he went through that portal to take all the stones back and everything, and he came back old, technically he disappeared, and to the general public, they might not even know that he is an old man.
Oh no,
you know what I mean? So do you think he would actually be dead, like he died of old age, or do you think,
they're just saying they killed the character,
or do you think the public thinks that Cap is dead?
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like they're probably gonna kill. They're gonna kill. Say Steve Rogers is dead.
Yeah.
So because we know the government replaces Captain America, and we know from the trailer it's a huge thing. It's like it's like a welcoming
100%.
thing. So yeah, maybe the government will
like hiding the fact that
they're just hiding the fact that he's alive, but he's like old as fuck, and Steve Rogers is dead.
It's like crowd control, maybe, where they cast this phony Cap to be in the limelight of.
Well, no, I
Captain
think
America is still there.
I think it's less of the fact that they're doing the phony Cap to be in the limelight. I think they just want the phony Cap that they can control, because they probably
that is a comic line. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably want, because for sure they're gonna give that dude the super soldier serum.
You think so?
Yeah. For 100%. I think
that's right. Because
I think General Ross
still around.
Yeah. No. Well, General Ross has been working on making the super soldier serum ever since. Like, that's what the Weapon X program is. It's just him trying to make the super soldier serum.
Because I've always wondered that within the MCU. Like, I don't remember them talking too much.
Well, so what happened? What happened was the purest forms of the super soldier serum. There was only 2 versions of it. It was the ones made by the Russians and the one made by the Americans/Germans. You know, Captain America. So one went into Captain America, made Captain America. The other one went into Bucky, made the Winter Soldier.
Right.
Those were the most purest forms of the formula that they had.
That's right.
And the only people that had Did he? No. Are we good?
I think you're good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah.
The only people that actually had that knew the purest form of the formula was the Doctor from Captain America and the Red Skull.
Mm-hmm.
Both are dead, whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
So ever since then, everyone around the world has been making their own version of the formula, and that's what they covered in Civil War. You remember the Russians? The other versions of the Winter Soldiers that had the second version of the super soldier serum, the ones that were all in like the frozen capsules. Yeah, so all of them were on the second version of the serum.
Right. That's right.
David Harbour's the Red Guardian. He's another version. I think he's the Russians' government version of Captain America with their version of the super soldier serum. So there's different versions of the super soldier serum, but not as potent and as the original, which is Captain America. So so as of right now, what they've made, no one is strong enough. No one's made one that's strong enough. So if they do give it to this dude, he's probably just gonna be like stronger than your average man. You know what I mean? I also think they're gonna offer it to Falcon. I
feel like Zemo's main arc 2 will be trying to recreate the soldier serum that the Russians were working on.
Really? But don't you think that goes against what Zemo believes?
Possibly, but he also is the creator of the Thunderbolts. So
I think General
Zemo this time.
Yeah, I think
he would be.
I think they're gonna switch it.
Version.
I think they're gonna switch it. I think General Ross is gonna make the Thunderbolts, and Zemo is gonna lead it.
That might happen, yeah.
The more I think about this show, the more excited I am compared to Wanda. Wanda was a pleasant surprise, but I've been looking forward to this show since it was announced, and you know, it could be because Cap is one of my favorites, and I really love the aesthetic of Winter Soldier and you know, all the Captain America films. So I'm just excited to see this side of stuff unfold, you know, because last time we saw Zemo, he was in custody with Black Panther, you know, and he was arrested, obviously, but I'm interested just to see what's happened since then. There's a lot of catching up that I think we're gonna need to see from Civil War and Endgame.
I think this show is right after Endgame, isn't it? As well,
Yes.
It's like it's literally right after. So
Not sure how many. Like, I don't know if it's months, years, or weeks, but it is after Endgame.
So
for sure.
both of them were snapped. Both of them were snapped. Both of them were in the final fight. Both of them just experienced that thing with Cap. Both of them are feeling that they don't deserve the shield. Maybe that's kind of why they're also at therapy in the beginning. You remember, like, they had like that weird therapy session. So there's definitely going to be some sort of dynamic between the two. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if you saw like that little teaser that just came out where it was like, it was Bucky saying only Steve can call me Bucky or whatever. Yeah, because it was like Falcon was like, all right, come on, Bucky, let's go. And he was like, only Steve call me Bucky. And he was like, what do you mean? Everyone calls you Bucky. And it was like, only people with plans call me Bucky. So it's like, it's like a really interesting dynamic, and I'm excited to see it. I also think it's cool that it's characters that no one really like super like either know or care about, because they're kind of like the B list, but they're gonna like. I feel like a lot of people are gonna love them after this.
Their chemistry, I heard, was a highlight of the early episodes that some people watched.
Oh, good.
Because we saw some of it in Civil War. Remember, like with them.
Yeah.
My favorite scene between them is the car.
Yeah.
The car, man, that was so great. Just that little banter. Can you move? Can you push your seat up? And he's just like, yeah, like just that whole dynamic was so great. And so I have heard that their friendship in the show translates very well from the movies to the show.
That's good.
So,
that's good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting.
I mean, bro.
But again, these theories, we gotta talk about them, but we gotta be careful.
Hey, we should make I'm gonna do for next show. I'm gonna Photoshop a board called the Falcon and Winter Soldier theory board. I'm just gonna have every crazy ass theory that's out there right now, and then if it comes true,
cross-eyes, they slowly get removed from the board.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't happen.
the ones that come true gets like highlighted or whatever. The ones get like crossed out. Oh, that'd be funny.
I think the ones that I'm gonna avoid aren't necessarily ones where it's like fans going like, I think so and so might be blah 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 blah. I don't mind those. The ones I'm gonna ignore are like the 4chan leaks where it's like next week's episode is going to introduce, and it has like bullet points, because like we had so many of those in WandaVision that ended up being so false.
I'm still waiting on Nightcrawler. I'm still waiting on
Nightcrawler. My gosh, like some of these like leaks were so far out there, and so
but I mean, so the Nightcrawler thing, that one was weird though. Like
that one out of left field.
That was crazy.
Well, no, not only was that one like out of left field though. Like it was weird because it was weirdly backed up too. Like the producer of Nightcrawler went out of his way to go to multiple interviews that the actor did to get shit edited out. Like just and it was just like slight stuff like, hey, what directors have you worked with? Like and then one of them mentioned the director that directed WandaVision, or like in one of the interviews he mentioned like, oh, I loved working with that director, and then he like, I think the way it was worded, like he hasn't worked with that director, so the producer was like, yo, can you edit that out? And everyone was like, wait, whoa. And the owner of the pod, the person from that podcast was like, yeah, I don't even know why they asked me to edit it out. Like it was like the weirdest, it was like the most tame question ever. Like I had no idea why.
That sounds more like Nightcrawler's agent just being super wary of Marvel's like lawyers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a PR control kind of thing, just in case. Who knows? Honestly, who knows at this point?
100%, possible, 100%.
But I think I'm ready to stray away from anything that says the mutants are being introduced. It's like I think we're years at this point from the mutants being close to being introduced to.
Yeah, and we've known that for almost 2 years now. Feige announced that softly, not like, a big bombastic thing, but he did say that, they're in development, and that was it. So, I think WandaVision was just a good lesson, because It was Marvel's first big TV show. You know, obviously we had the Netflix ones, but it was a little bit different. This is like
This is them.
first big them, and so it's understandable with the way obviously the filmmakers did WandaVision, whether we agree with it or not, on top of just the overall excitement from fans. And there's nothing wrong with that. Fans, I think, are genuinely excited for what's to come, but we just need to be careful with, you know, DC and Marvel are crossing over in Falcon and Winter Soldier, you know, episode 5, and it's like, whoa, you know, let's just enjoy it for what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, but hear me out. Episode 5, we see Robert Pattinson's Batman show up and beats the crap out of Bucky and Falcon.
And then takes his mask off, and it's revealed to be Mephisto. I mean, I'm for it, dude. At this point, they might as well do it. They might as well do it. You heard it here first. They're gonna do it.
Confirmed.
Mephisto, DC, Batman
crossover.
Exclusive.
Future Fandation exclusive. Oh man. Okay. Well, speaking of big leaks, right? That may or may not be true. And the funny thing is, like, we hear this leak and people are like, oh, well, that may or may that could may or may not be true. But like the leak is based off is the leak that is also something that is may or may not be true. You know, so it's like it's interesting to hear. So this is the big one, the big stream title. So reportedly, apparently, Tom Holland is right. Toby and Andrew will not be appearing in Spider-Man 3. But the rumor gets the leak gets a little more down. Apparently, Marvel is worked out with Sony so that they are filming Spider-Man 3 and 4 at the same time.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I did hear this one.
Are filming Spider-Man 3 and 4 at the same time, so people are assuming the Toby and Andrew thing are real, but it's for Spider-Man 4. So when everyone's asking, you know, hey, are they going to be in Spider-Man 3? Everyone's like, no, they're not, because they're in Spider-Man 4. And with this, right, this is where I think what's going to happen. I think Spider-Man 3 is going to be a whatever piece. Doctor Strange is going to be in it for like 5 minutes. Whatever, right? And then Doctor Strange is gonna happen. And then Spider-Man's going to come out at the end of his movie. But then Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to come out and enter Doctor Strange 2, leading in to Spider-Man 4.
I'm gonna let you guys get your comments out before I crash the party. So you guys
I don't think Spider-Man 4 is confirmed at all. I think this sounds like a backup for all the people that were leaking this stuff to be like, well, they're not in this one because of this reason, like because they were filming the other one too, and like it just sounds to me like it's an excuse, a backup excuse in case they don't happen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't believe there's a Spider-Man 4 being filmed right now at all.
No, I can't stop to notice the biggest fucking grin on Aaron's face.
I also kind of am on board now at this point that Andrew and Toby are probably not appearing, and I will go ahead and say I think Doctor Strange 2 is probably gonna barely even touch the multiverse. So I think at this point, I'm expecting the bare minimum. We're gonna be like the multiverse will be mentioned in Doctor Strange 2. It'll be like it's a real possibility, but we haven't done it yet, and then that'll be the multiverse of madness.
All right, Grandpa,
no multiverse.
Crash the party, Gramps. What's going on?
Okay,
fill me in.
So when you first mentioned Toby and Andrew not being in it, I genuinely was like, oh shoot, maybe there was a leak that's like storming up right now. And then as soon as you mentioned the Spider-Man 3 and 4,
there's two things. There's two things. Okay, yeah.
No. What I mean by when you mentioned it, it was like that's what you were talking about, because I did read about it. I think early, like maybe last weekend. I remember it popped up and I read through it. The reason I'm crashing the party is multiple sources today on Twitter did mention that those rumors going around of that outline of like what's happening for Spider-Man plans is 100% false. Like from multiple people, they were like, it's outrageous claims and it has no basis.
Oh, I'm not referring to that. But
Okay, well, I'm just
Mhm.
saying regarding a secret Spider-Man 4 being filmed back to back, I'm gonna be straight up. I think that's just like what Gabe said. I think it's total malarkey. I think
Mhm.
it's just malarkey. As
No.
as for what Gabe said about Doctor Strange 2, I don't know if I go that far. I think that movie's gonna be about some crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, bro.
with,
They wouldn't
with the
call it
multiverse.
multiverse of madness. They're
However,
barely gonna be
I don't think it's gonna be like we're seeing the Fox X-Men and we're seeing this over here and we're seeing that over there.
like
I
it ain't
think
gonna be no
is-
Secret Wars. You know what I mean?
Right. I think it's
Hi,
not
Kevin.
going to be. Hi, Kevin.
Kevin?
I'm
Is
game.
Kevin here?
Kevin?
Kevin?
Where's he at?
Kevin? Are you?
Kevin?
Oh, Kevin's back here. He's right there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Kevin. Hey, it's Kevin.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it's Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think Doctor Strange is going to be cross-dimensional and really out there and spacey, but
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to be this gateway of just universe bombshells, but I think it is going to introduce the possibility of different realities, different dimensions, different worlds, different everything. I think it's going to open Pandora's box with that. As for Spider-Man No Way Home, I'll be that guy. I'll put the money on the table. Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are going to be in it.
Man, this is
He's
going
going
on.
for it.
This is going on the internet.
Going to be in
This
it.
is going on the internet, man. All right.
If
Hey.
December 16th rolls around, right? It's December 16th, right? I think something like that. If that rolls around and we walk out of the theater at the very last credit, the very last thing that, ends on the film, and there was not a single reference, a single image, a single mention of Toby and Andrew, then I'll fess up. I'll be like, damn, they didn't do it.
Okay.
They didn't do it.
It's fair. It's fair.
But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that with all the jokes that have been made, the press about it, the publicity on Twitter with that dumb corresponding tweet of Twitter and the film Twitter account, and then just the way they put the emojis and like the winks and everything, I think at this point it's just the elephant in the room, and they're just not going to talk about it until we see a trailer and Sony spoils it. That's
Now,
all I could think
so-
about.
My initial claim that the reason why like the whole Spider-Man 3 and 4 filming at the same time, I actually didn't hear about the whole like tweet thread and like the outline that they were referring to. I've never heard of that. That's interesting. I'll look into that for sure after the show.
Yeah.
From what this is like, the backups that were happening with this, where people were saying that. So there was an interview with Benedict Cumberbatch recently, where they asked him if he was finished filming his scenes for Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
And then he said, "Yeah, I'm done with my filming," but also no. So people took that,
Oh.
and then
Okay.
multiple times Toby has been spotted in Hollywood when filming for Spider-Man 3 in Atlanta.
But see, that was before they began, though, because he was at a costume fitting. He went to the
No, he is a couple days ago. He was spotted in Hollywood.
Hey, man.
So
Hey.
I mean, hey, if he's quick, he's quick. If he's quick, he's quick. But a couple days ago, he was spotted in Hollywood.
They started filming in November, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And
So-
from what I heard, they're wrapping up by the end of this month, early April. So, who knows at this point?
Yeah, who knows?
I know that there was a part of their schedule where they were shooting in LA. Georgia obviously is the main hub for every big budget movie. I mean, Georgia's the new Hollywood, essentially.
Yeah.
So who knows, man?
Bro, I heard this leak. I don't have any like sources or anything from it. This is more just like a leak from I heard. I was watching the Den of Nerds. If you have ever heard of the Den of Nerds, another great channel. They mentioned that there's a leaker on there that that the characters that like Electro and them are playing are not like crazy big characters either. Like they will be background characters that are essentially like no ones. Like not like Ralph Boners, but like like essentially no ones. Like apparently what's Jamie Foxx is playing literally an electrician. Like like not like shit like that. Like, you know, not that's why when he's like I won't be blue and shit like that, because he's not gonna be blue. He's gonna be an electrician.
But see, that's interesting because they were confirmed to be tapped on to be reprising their roles. Like those were official confirmations, not like, oh, it's going to be a reiteration of the character. I mean, they're literally playing Electro and they're playing Doc Ock, albeit different in a sense. But I'll be that guy too. I'll be, for the sake of conversation, I think that's malarkey too.
All right.
I agree. I agree with you though that they will be smaller. Like I think they won't be the main villains.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, 100%.
But I do think they will be playing the villains, not like Alfred Molina's playing a zoologist, for Octopus or whatever. Some dumb thing. You know what I mean?
He's a marine biologist.
Dude, people will riot. People will riot.
If this comes out and there's like a billboard for Electro Repairman Services, Stop. And it's just Jamie Foxx, and he's like wearing like just like a nod to the Electro costume, but
I'll
it's
walk out.
He's got the twin belt on.
It's a green jumpsuit, right? It's a green jumpsuit, and it has like yellow belts.
I'll walk out the theater.
If they end up being just stupid little nods again, I will be beyond furious. Like
Gabe will be like,
I'll be convulsing out of the theater.
You will become Red Hulk. You will become Red Hulk.
I'll tell you guys right now, man.
Just walking out of the theater, just pissed. So pissed.
Well, there's your next TikTok. I can't, guys. Like, I swear on my life that I would weep if it was something nonchalant, and that's why I'm letting this movie be in the back of my mind at this point, man, because I just do not want to be disappointed at the. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want it to ruin my enjoyment for it, and we haven't even seen a trailer. We've seen no trailer, and whenever this trailer comes out, we might be like, whoa, this is completely different from what we even expected.
So this is where it gets a little like, okay, so if it doesn't, for example, Toby, Andrew,
not in it.
Electro, electrician, right? Doc Ock, marine biologist, right? Let's say we get that. Okay. Let's just say, in an awful world, we get that.
Okay.
Is that the theory and leak community's fault if we're disappointed with that?
Because that turned out to be true?
Yeah, because we're out here saying we're gonna get Toby, Electro's gonna be Electro, Doc Ock's gonna be Doc Ock, Norman's coming back as the Green Goblin,
it's important to look back at the past year,
because that one's been happening for a while.
Exactly.
Like that's been happening for a long time.
Yeah. The difference between this and leaks that were happening with WandaVision is that the WandaVision leaks were literally fan theory and internet subreddit forum dialogue, 4chan, you know what I mean? Whereas the Spider-Man 3 news, that was official journalists like tweeting about that, like legit journalism tweeting it.
That
You know,
that one from the tweet
PR
is
press.
weird. That one from the tweet thing is weird, man. Like
No, not just not the Twitter one. I mean, like,
like big,
like THR,
like Collider, Variety,
Entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of them. They were literally saying that they're tapped to return, and Jamie Foxx and Alfred are in the official casting. So that's where I think it's a little bit different. At this point, if Andrew and Toby are not in it, then wow, I don't even know where that source started. I don't know where the spark came from for that. If it ends up not being true, because you guys remember they were like literally saying they're set to reprise the role.
Yeah, but
The only ones that didn't confirm is Marvel.
Technically, at this moment in time, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield have signed no contracts.
That we know of.
That publicly Marvel
They
or
haven't said
Tony
it.
or Andrew have not publicly
Haven't said
said
it.
we are coming and working. And
Right.
this movie's coming out next year, dude. You know what I mean? Like
This year,
bro.
December. Yeah.
Like,
All right, I have a theory.
let's
Go
go.
for it, Gabe.
Let's go.
MJ, Tom Holland, right? You know, we're gonna get Peter Parker and then his friend Ned.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna be working on a class project, right?
Okay.
They're gonna like DoorDash, Uber Eats, something, right? Tom Holland's gonna open the door, and it's gonna be Tobey Maguire as just a regular
I know what you're doing.
DoorDasher,
I know what you're doing.
Uber Eats guy, and it's gonna be like a pizza place, right? He's gonna give him the pizza.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk away. He's gonna close the door on him, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be Toby's whole appearance, right?
Stop it. Why are you doing this? Why do you like to hurt?
He's
Why do you
gonna
like
be
to inflict
he's gonna be
pain?
on his bike, right? And Andrew Garfield is gonna come out of an alley in a skateboard,
Why?
and they're gonna almost crash, and that'll be it.
Sounds like the worst fan fiction short film I've ever seen in my life. Oh man, dude.
If
Listen,
that happens, though, I will. If they're just stupid nods, I swear.
Oh,
I will.
I don't want to think about that.
I don't want
wanna
to.
think about it.
I will be
that
a
makes
like
me sad.
red.
That makes me
dude,
sad.
Thank God. I don't think they're gonna lose their credibility that fast. I don't think they do that. There's no way. There's just no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
I don't think they would do that per se. I don't think they would. I don't think they would do that. But I don't know if they would purposely.
Listen, we need to be careful with this movie. This movie is potentially setting up for disappointment.
When you say
because
we, do you mean we or they?
we, like all of us, like everyone going for that movie, like
The
we need to
audience.
be careful. Yes.
The audience.
This reminded me, I have a pop over here of J. Jonah Jameson from Far From Home. It's like one of my prized ones. It's so cool. It's him holding the microphone and like his fist. That reminds me that J. Jonah Jameson, right, is played by J.K. Simmons again.
Mhm.
He's more than likely going to be in No Way Home.
Oh, here it is.
Because
Yeah.
because he's the one that sparked this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which proves to the point that JK is playing J. Jonah, but in a
In
slightly,
the 616. Yeah.
yeah, like a slightly altered version of the character compared to Spider-Man 2. They've already confirmed that Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx will be doing something similar. They said it would be a slight altering of what we saw them play. This could mean two things, man. It could mean that they're literally just in this film as different versions and that's it. Or it means multiverse. At this point, man, I just don't know. The more I think about it, the more my brain hurts because, you know, like from you guys, did you guys see the images that they released? The official stills of the movie?
Which ones?
Yeah.
The ones
remember when they
one
announced
each actor dropped? Like the one.
Yeah. So those were the first official images from the film. And a lot of people were saying that the images of them all three together, it looked like they were in like a cave. Like it looked like they were in some like Indiana Jones type.
Oh, I heard they were in the Sanctum.
That was another thing. Yes.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think, other than meeting Doctor Strange, is there's something going on. Spider-Man's on the run. Well, what we know Spider-Man's on the run, but what's the overarching story of the film? You know, there's gonna be another like nitbit story that's in there. You know what I mean?
I think
No
it's gonna
Way
be Craven.
Home. Why is it called that? Like,
I think it's gonna be Craven. I think Craven's hunting him down.
you think Craven's the baddie?
I want
You think
Craven.
they kept that a secret.
Fuck. But
No
they haven't
casting,
said.
Yeah.
They haven't
rumors,
said. Who's the baddie? Have they said anyone's the baddie?
nothing.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
only two
bro.
baddies we know is Jamie Foxx and Alfred.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's.
You put money down?
You know
Remember,
what?
It's going on the internet, bro. It's
I'm
going on the
putting.
internet,
I'm
dude.
putting no money down, but I'm putting my fucking. I'm putting my virtual, Fandation coin down.
Okay.
That it will be fucking Craven. Don't know who will play him. No fucking idea.
I'll stick to Electro and Doc Ock. I'll stick to them.
It seems weird to me that you would keep Craven the Hunter, who would have possibly no role in the multiverse, as like your secret big bad.
I think he's gonna be I think he's gonna be the background. I think he's the background villain that's gonna keep the plot going of why Spider-Man's on the run.
It does work for that. Craven would work in the sense of a bounty being on
Because remember,
Spider-Man and Peter Parker's head. But
remember at the end of Homecoming, you know, where they're at the prison and Scorpion was like, "I have some friends on the outside. You don't want to meet him. You know, take pictures, slit his throat."
you're not wrong.
That was the whole scene, bro.
It
That was the whole
definitely
scene.
could
And
be,
then in Far From Home, one of the carts, one of the vans or whatever, or no, in the place that they stayed at in Far From Home was a Craven Easter egg. In Morbius, I know that's not related, but they have there's a Craven hunting company van.
So, let me ask you this: if
A lot of
it
hints of
is
Kraven.
Craven, if it is Craven,
Okay.
how does that villain and that storyline connection with Spider-Man tie into possible multiverse scenarios?
I think it doesn't. I think that Doctor Strange is doing his own thing in New York, but he's also helping Spider-Man with his thing. Because, you know, let's just say he has his hands full. Because it's Doctor Strange. He's the Sorcerer Supreme. Why wouldn't he have his hands full? So let's just say, maybe because something of that, right? He's on the run. He needs help. He goes to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is like, all right, let me help something. In the comics, Doctor Strange, it isn't for this entire arc completely or entirely, right? But in the comics, there is a time where Doctor Strange does a spell to make everyone forget Spider-Man's identity.
Right.
It's so maybe, you know, something happens along that lines, right? Peter goes to Doctor Strange. Hey, dude, my life's fucked. Can you help me? Doctor Strange is like, yeah, bro, I'll help you out. Let me do a little magic. Let me do a little hand thing. Boom.
Just like that.
And then poof. And then when he does the poof, multiverse fucked up. Maybe. I don't know. Spitballing.
Yeah.
At
I
this
don't know.
point, I think I'm
See.
just struggling to understand how they're gonna even introduce the multiverse
Questions,
because
man. Questions. Yeah.
Because it literally
I
has
felt
to be
like they
Doctor
should have done
Strange.
that in WandaVision, but they clearly didn't. So I
Because
mean,
it has to be
teased,
Doctor Strange at this point.
but they didn't confirm it. And if Doctor Strange is the beginning of the multiverse, then well, but they've been teasing the multiverse in Spider-Man 2, so
Yeah,
but that
and
turned into
remember
egg.
Kevin Feige did confirm too that the multiverse does exist, but Quentin Beck, Mysterio, was just lying about being from it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so because remember back then people thought, oh, wait, there really wasn't a multiverse, and now they thought the whole Ralph Boner thing was similar to the Mysterio thing. But Feige had to confirm. He's like, Mysterio is a trickster. He was just using that as a scapegoat to trick Peter and everything, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I've never seen a Spider-Man movie be so hyped this way, and you like, and be so mysterious at the same time, you know, because I
Yeah.
just don't like, even if you look online, there's no premise. There's no premise
we
for
don't
the
have
movie.
a trailer, dude, and it's coming out this year.
Oh.
Like, we don't have a teaser, you know? It's like, bro, like, what is... All we have is
All
theories and
Now,
leaks, bro.
I do want to bring this up because you mentioned the fourth film and everything. The only information I found online regarding the fourth film
Mhm.
is it says here, by August 2019, a fourth film in the franchise was in development alongside the third film. However, in February 21, Holland said No Way Home was the final film under his contract with Marvel and Sony, but was eager to return if asked, which we know he's gonna return. But I also want to bring this up really quickly because I don't know if you guys heard about this, but supposedly there was a leak and rumor that Marvel and Sony have been doing blueprints and plans for Beyond Spider-Man 3.
I've heard about
Tom Holland's obviously my age. He's getting older. He still looks like a kid, but he is getting older. And some were theorizing that it could possibly mean he continues being Spider-Man in the Sony films per se, and they introduce a live-action Miles Morales who would be the main Spider-Man in the MCU. We already know that they hinted at that in Homecoming. You know, we saw Aaron, Miles's cousin, and everything. That was coming from sources for Sony and everything. No way we can know if it's true, but you know, they got to think about the future. You know, it's very important. We can't just keep recasting a young Spider-Man and being like, he's the new one. Hey,
Yeah, no.
you know,
they gotta make it make sense.
I think they are gonna do some.
Yeah, I did hear about the
adapting.
Miles thing. I've heard about the Miles thing.
I've also heard that they possibly want to introduce Miles to like add him to like a Young Avengers, you know, type thing.
Yeah.
And then Tom Holland would be able to do, you know, normal Avengers things or whatever. But
Well, I mean, that's why I also heard that they were trying to bring back Toby and Andrew. Like, maybe not Toby for multiple films, but Andrew for multiple films to bring back like and be the Spider-Man of the Sonyverse.
Yeah.
so here's the thing. I'm curious if Andrew is possibly playing a different Spider-Man. If he's gonna be, I'm gonna dip myself back into the theory hot tub here. What if Andrew Garfield is playing like the Scarlet Spider or something?
Spider's Man.
which is Ben Reilly Spider-Man. So what if he's, because I think he
That'd be
fits
cool.
that role better than he does Peter Parker. Like, I think if you go back and recast him, he would totally be a better Ben Reilly than
But
he
I
would
think
be
a
Peter
lot of
Parker.
people would just be pissed and be all like, "Well, no, because you're saying that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 isn't canon, you know, or whatever." Like,
Yeah.
Right,
I think people would
but-
just want him to play his character.
But at this point,
But I would love for it to be
there's a
Ben
possibility
Reilly.
we're not going to be getting, you know,
Oh yeah.
we're not
looked up-
getting them as their Peter Parker roles.
Are they allowed to do that?
What?
Like, you know, like, obviously it might be a lot trickier to get Andrew Garfield to come back to play his version of Peter Parker, but is it easier to get Andrew Garfield to come back to play his version, or to play his own version of the Scarlet Spider, of Ben Reilly?
Mm.
It depends on the rights. It depends if they have the rights for the character for live action.
Well, Sony for sure has it, but I'm talking about like it must, maybe I'm saying like on paper, you know, like because if they're saying like, oh well, if we have to connect the Amazing Spider-Man 2, then it's this whole big mess, so we have to connect that movie universe. But if they go, well, no, we're not asking to connect the movie universe, we're asking to connect the actor with a different character that we're making up. You know, like
I'm sure they could do it, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't
So
I
the
don't
reason
think they would recast like that for
the reason I
different
would say
Spider-Man.
that it would be a unique version, a unique way to doing it would be, okay, let's say Andrew Garfield shows up as the Scarlet Spider from a different multiverse or from a different universe, and he's introduced via Spider-Man 3. Well, now he doesn't have to continue in the MCU. That leaves the door open to, okay, maybe in the Sony Spider-Verse, you know, that they're currently working with Venom and Morbius or whatever, maybe their Spider-Man isn't Peter Parker. Maybe it's Ben Reilly. And then that leaves the door open for Andrew Garfield to be the Spider-Man for that universe. And then Tom Holland's clearly not going to be going to Venom's universe. And he's clearly going to be set in stone in the MCU. That's his universe. That's his home.
no, I don't
And it
think
would
so.
be
No,
weird.
no,
No.
they've already. Yeah,
Feige
they've
said in an
already
interview.
confirmed.
So did you see that funny? It's a hilarious interview if you've never seen it. It's the interview where it's Feige and then whoever's in charge of Sony,
Amy Pascal.
Amy Pascal, and then she
Yep,
was
his
like,
face, man.
she was like, you know, Spider-Man and the Sony universe will be connected, and then like Feige's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, he's like glazing off.
Yeah, but
That was
then
like 2016. I
But
think,
then he did
2015.
say in a later interview that Spider-Man will be one of the heroes that is able to hop in between the different dimensions.
Yeah, and not only that, but he's
That's weird.
Yeah.
they've
don't like
basically
that.
set in stone.
So they're probably just gonna find a way
So-
to explain it. Maybe Doctor Strange. You know, maybe this is something you said in another stream, or just to me. I don't remember, Gabe. Maybe the reason why the movie's called No Way Home is because he will be trapped in another dimension or multiverse, and there's literally no way home.
Remember this too.
It's possible.
The Vulture is in Morbius.
Weird.
But the way that I've been thinking about it and trying to wrap my head around is that the Sony films are, and I'm going to be careful with how I say this, the Sony films are in the MCU, but they will never be mentioned or seen together. Okay, so
unless some crazy thing happens in the next couple of years.
So I think if Tom Holland were to be in a Sony film as Spider-Man, for however way they do it, it will never be mentioned or correlate in the MCU.
I think I think
things.
if I remember in the rights, if they're allowed to, like, if it happens, right, they're allowed to reference the actions of each other's movies, but I don't think they're allowed
Right.
to reference specifics like
right,
character.
and that's why I think they won't go out of their way to be like,
for
Spider-Man fought Venom, you know.
Yeah, for example, like if let's just say the Avengers are dealing with like a weird symbiote type villain, Spider-Man can't say, oh well, when I fought this guy named Venom,
Right.
it was this. He can't say that, but he could say something along the lines of, oh well, I fought a symbiote before,
Right.
and this is how I did it. He could say like lines like that. He could reference the events, but he can't like specifically be all like, this is what happened.
I also did some more searching. I was searching on articles that happened in the past about Doc Ock, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, Electro, and it also ties into how you were saying, Fernie, where Toby was spotted in LA, where he obviously lives, but they're in Georgia or wherever they're at right now, New York,
Yeah.
whatever. But remember, all of these articles that I've been reading are around November and December. And one of the articles was that they did spot Alfred Molina on set a month ago. And the article was in November, which means they very well could have filmed everything related to them very early on.
Yeah.
Very early on. And so, you know, that's not uncommon. You know, like that is a common thing to go with scheduling and be like, okay, we need him to shoot his scenes the first month, and it's probably the end of the movie. They film it all, and then he's out and he's gone. He doesn't know anything else about it. So that's where, again, the difference between Alfred and Toby and Andrew compared to Alfred Molina and Jamie is that these are like legit articles that I'm looking at. That, like, this is the Hollywood Reporter. This is like literally saying that he is going to be in it in return. So the only thing they could not clarify was to what extent.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is where the fear of, are they like, is it that it like, is Marvel gonna ignore the fact that they have been Electro and Doc Ock and this is their just first time playing them, you know, like meta kind of answer? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
well, you know, we looked to what we've already seen. We don't look at Ralph Boner. Fuck that. Don't even. Yeah. We look at J. Jonah Jameson, right?
Yeah.
I honestly, I totally forgot about J. Jonah. Like they've done it already. Like,
yeah,
they have had the actor reprise their role in some way in the 616, just in a different tweak. So, like, I could definitely see, you know, the whole rumor and leak that that they could come back just in a slightly different way. But would it be an origin, or would they already be established? That's a question, you know. I know. Because yeah, what if Electro is electrician, and you know it leads to his origin, right? It's stupid as fuck, but it leads to his origin. What if Doc Ock is a marine biologist or whatever, or a scientist that boom, it leads to his origin? Because you know it'd be kind of weird if they were characters that are established in the 616, right? Like a J. Jonah situation, but they already just come in as their Electro or their Doc Ock, right? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't we have to see their origin a little bit play out? Unless they're from
Alfred Molina playing like Dr. Octavius, but maybe he's not Doc Ock, you know? Like, he's just the guy.
Dude, I would love if they do that.
He's just kind of like the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would love if they do that. I love that, man. That was such an emotional arc. It was so good.
And it's crazy too. If you type in Tobey Maguire, type in Andrew Garfield, the only news we get, other than, you know, Spider-Man 3, what we know, and, you know, just those dumb articles, but literally all of it is plagued with Tom Holland confirms that they're not in it. There's just no information. There's no news. There's none. And if Marvel can pull it off where they are in it, like let's say they're in it, it would probably be the greatest secret that they've held since Endgame.
Yeah, it'd be the Luke Skywalker of.
Like, think about it. There were no leaks with Endgame until people in other countries were seeing the movie and filming it on their phone. There were no leaks. There was nothing coming out of that movie. So, and that's why I think sometimes ignoring leaks is a special thing, because imagine if we, like right now, we're talking about Endgame and we were reading leaks say they're going to come in portals and they're going to defeat Thanos at the end.
Well, I mean,
Tony Stark is supposed to be dying.
I don't know what you were doing, but I was.
Nah, dude, there were no leaks coming out with that thing, man.
There was leaks, or a lot of them, but not towards the end. You know, the end, it was more like beginning. It was a long movie. You know what I mean? There was.
I don't know. I just think that whole thing was perfectly executed because, you know, the general public was experiencing that for the first time, and that's what I think is kind of important sometimes with, you know, stories and projects that we like, because, you know, not that there's no fun in finding out leaks and everything, but like same with the Luke Skywalker thing. Like, I know we have strong opinions and assumptions, like, you know, that Luke's gonna be in the end and all that stuff, but like at the same time, it's like that was such an incredible moment, you know, and, you know, they could just be trying really hard to preserve Toby and Andrew. So, you know, we'll see.
God, it was it was related.
Just hope our wishes come true.
At
this point,
it's interesting. I know you saw the behind the scenes, the making of for WandaVision. Did you watch it, Aaron?
I have not yet.
Well,
I was a little bit busy today.
I mean, I'm not giving anything away. It's just a documentary.
It's
just a documentary. It's really cool. It's nice. But there's a whole part where
the Mandalorian ones are really cool.
They are cool. There's a whole part where they say that the show was filmed in front of a live studio audience, which is cool. It was and everything, which is awesome.
Yeah.
How were they able? They were able to get all those people to keep all the secrets about everything, but they were able to keep Evan Peters a secret. You know what I mean?
So I read about that too, and apparently the people who were in the audience were family.
Yeah, family.
The crew members.
Matt Jackman said it was family, friends, and like extended family and friends. But they took away their phones. They knew they had for the most part.
On top of that, they also did not have a live studio audience for the big moments, and they said that.
Yeah, but it's funny how the things with the live studio audience didn't get leaked. Like the people where there were a lot of people watching, but the moments where they took away the live studio audience, where it was supposed to be a big secret, you know, that was the thing that got leaked. Because imagine if Evan Peters was like the Luke Skywalker, where no one knew. Well, it would make the Ralph Boner thing hurt a lot more, but I think it would have been like once that door opened, you would have been like, oh, you know, like what the fuck, you know, like it would have been insane.
You know, sometimes crew members just do it, man. You know, like to be straight up, it's jeopardizing because the film industry blacklists you 100% if they find who leaks stuff. They don't take that lightly. They don't go, yeah, we had an unfortunate leak, you know, we know who it is, and you know, we just told them not to do it next time. Like they will blacklist you so you never work in the industry ever again. So whoever leaks this stuff, I applaud them, but at the same time, like they must be in a position where they must be in a position where if they got fired, it would not hurt them. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I know for me, if I was like a grip on WandaVision and I knew that Evan Peters was going to be in it, heck yeah, I would tell you guys. I'd be like, hey, do you guys want to know? But I would not go to the Hollywood Reporter and comicbooknews.com, and I would not do that.
But I think that's the problem though, is that you would be all like, you would tell us, right? And then I'm not saying obviously we would, but in a situation, for example, right? Like I'm the grip, I'm gonna go tell like two of my friends, right? And then two of their friends will just like, or maybe out of the both, one of the friends mentioned it to someone else. That person has a friend that's a YouTuber that did the show, and then boom, exclusive Evan Peters.
Yeah,
blah blah.
And that's where it comes down to trust.
Yeah,
because it's from the people themselves, but they tell people that they want to tell because they're close to those projects, whatever. And then those people tell other people, and then those other people be like, well, I have an inside source, and you know, this is happening or whatever. And then the scoopers are like, no, we'll pick it up.
Like for example, your friend that works on the Mandalorian, that worked on the Mandalorian, right? Let's just say he told you something when it was happening, and you're all like, oh, that's fucking sick. And then you mentioned it on the show, like out of like by accident, right? Like we were just talking about Mandalorian, and then you it just whiffs. They're like, oh well, I have a friend, and then you mentioned it, and then boom, it's out there. You know what I mean? Like
the J.J. Abrams Superman news. Although that was very minuscule, but
well, well, the funny thing is when while you're telling us, like that news was popping up. You know what I mean? Like that news was already popping. Like I feel like a lot of people were reporting that. So like I feel like.
No one did though. I still haven't read anything regarding how long it's been in development. They haven't said anything about that.
No, but I mean the not the development thing. I mean just the people were saying that the story that it might be a Black Superman was going around like crazy that day. So like it wasn't like you were like we were saying anything that was like crazy, you know, that was like on the loop. But you know, shit like that happens, and like that's where stuff grows from and stuff like that and everything. So that's why everything you hear you take with a grain of salt.
I don't have any leaks for this, but I do know someone who is working on the Boba Fett show.
Cool.
He works at ILM. Won't mention names or anything. He doesn't. You know, what's that?
We should have him on the show and then black out their image. Yeah, so it's just like a black image, and then give it a deep voice.
No, I've joked around with him because I've worked with him on a set before he got the job, and he's a really cool guy and everything, and he'll post every now and then on Instagram very cryptic story things like you know on his story, and because he's working on the motion capture stage, you know, the screen and everything.
Yeah.
And so I'll jab him every now and then, and I'll be like, is that blah 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 blah, and he'll just be like, like the emoji.
Yeah, yeah.
So but he has told me that the job itself has been super fun, and he's been rocking it hard.
That's
So
dope, man.
So
Yeah,
you guys
cool.
hang out tomorrow Morrison. That's sick.
to what extent on the show that he's doing, who knows? I'll never know until after whatever he's done comes out.
Yeah.
But he is working on it, man.
That's
in
dope,
whatever
man.
capacity.
I would
Good
love
for
an
him.
experience to work on set for a Star
Yeah.
Wars thing or anything Disney.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool.
Mhm.
Like back when we were opening Star Wars and they were doing all the promotion and like they have like the huge crane cameras and everything
Yeah.
and like Star Wars Land kind of felt like a set. Like that was so cool.
Yeah, it was
Man.
cool. Yeah.
I would get kicked out of the set, honestly. Because they'd be like doing like a scene or whatever. I'd be like, I don't think that's how he would react to that. I don't
They're
think.
gonna look,
Fucking
they're gonna look
scene,
at Gabe
Gabe.
like,
Who is this guy?
how this guy go get some bagels, man? Get off set, dude. And Gabe
Go
will be
get
like,
some
I'm just
bagels.
saying, it's not how
Hey,
you do it.
What am I
Just
gotta
saying.
do?
Don't blame me when backlash comes.
That's the
Don't-
sucky thing about being on a set, though, with like a creative decision that you may not like.
Oh yeah.
I've been on some sets where this is not me tooting my horn or anything, but I've been on some sets
Me too.
with directors who have just had a total lack of direction, and
Yeah, man.
and I get it. We're in like some of these were at film school, and so everyone's learning. That's the whole point of it. But man, like it you guys would be blown away by how much money people pour into film schools and don't even know basic etiquette.
And, well,
I went to AFI.
I mean, I could turn off the key, and then we could get footage of just my green screen. You know, I could get out of the frame, but we could get footage of just the green screen if you want. Just for post, you know, so we could use it in the edit.
Wait, what was that from?
You said that you were working a project, and the people were all like, "Hey,
yes.
should we record just the green screen?"
That's right. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened.
She was like, "Can we record just the green screen?"
I never.
For
Wow,
editing?
you just brought back a memory. They
Oh,
they
man.
legit asked if we should just do that and change it, and I'll never forget the look on like the DP's face. He was just like, "What?" He was this Russian guy. He was just like, "What? No, what?"
You do not record green
That makes
screen.
no
That-
sense.
That's for
Yeah,
nothing.
he was like, "That makes no sense. That makes no sense." Yeah, dude. I went to last story before we move on. I went to AFI to help out on a set one day. It's the American Film Institute up by Griffith,
Yeah.
and it's one of the most expensive film schools in SoCal. Like more than USC. It's a lot of money to go there. And there were some really talented people, but some of the people they had working on this set, like, weren't even coiling cable, and there were literal people tripping over the cables, and I was just like, yo, what are you doing? Like why no? And just, it's mind-blowing. People go to film school for
Yeah,
just a
man.
social status, and it's like
some
there's
people,
really
some
talented
people
that
just
would
go to
chill together.
network. Some people just try to get
Yeah.
names. Like it's
Yeah.
hey, if you got the money, honey, just fucking
Yeah.
do it. Spend it on what you gotta do. But hey,
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So let's go into our last topic of the day. Something you're quite fond of, Aaron. The DC universe. Let me see if I can pull up that image real quick. Now we do have a potential slate of their projects working. Most of them have been confirmed. Oh, there they are. Let me slide that down. Most of them have been confirmed, while others, I have no idea what the hell they are. So if you could maybe fill us in on a little information on some of them.
Yeah. So we got Black Adam, obviously.
So that is confirmed to be releasing with Dwayne The Rock.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
It
super
actually
fun.
has no release date yet.
Cool.
But they do start filming, like we mentioned yesterday. They start filming, I believe, next month or May, something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of DC films are starting to film from this month, April, May, and June. Like a ton of movies are going to start filming. So Harley Quinn, I believe, is just more seasons of the cartoon.
Yeah, that's just the animated show on HBO Max. Funny show,
Really great, too.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you haven't
it's
watched
awesome.
it. Superman and
Kelly-
Lois. Oh, what's up?
Is it Katie Cuoco?
I'm
who
not
plays
sure.
Harley Quinn? Yeah, it's the girl from Big Bang Theory and
Oh.
the flight attendant.
Oh,
or whatever.
really?
She's really good. Yeah.
Nice.
Superman and Lois, we
Great.
obviously know, been really pleasantly surprised.
I'm on episode
Everyone
3.
Has been pleasantly
Yeah, I'm on
surprised with
episode
it.
3
Yeah.
right now. It's going a great time. Apparently, they're going to be taking a 2-month hiatus after their next episode.
Probably because of COVID, because I heard they did push back a lot of filming.
Yeah.
Okay. Static Shock.
That'll be produced by Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, this one has a lot of potential. No release date for it, no development, just other than it's coming on HBO Max. It's going to be live action. I think it has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I think it could be a really dope urban, kind of like superhero scene. He would be like a not a superhero, but he would like if you've seen the show, that he's just kind of a chill, laid back dude who got superpowers, and he's with his best friend. And it could explore a lot of stuff, a lot of social issues that I think would be really dope to that show.
That could give me. Before this was announced, I always wanted Static Shock to appear on Black Lightning. Lightning is unfortunately, it's on its last season, so that's never gonna happen now. But the Black Lightning, the show, definitely has a perfect tone for Static Shock to follow if they wanted to.
Yeah. I've heard. Yeah. But other than that, no casting, so we'll see. Blue Beetle obviously is a big new one. It's got a director. No cast yet.
That's exciting, man.
From what I heard, that's going to be a theatrical film. I don't think it's an HBO Max film, but anything can change at this point. This is a big one too, because the last news that we heard for Batgirl was Joss Whedon being attached.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought.
Yeah, Joss Whedon being attached to it, and
well.
we know. Yeah. The thing with Whedon though was he stepped down from that show for like a long time ago before all the news broke out and everything. He dropped out before he was even attached to Justice League. Oh, so okay. Well, before Justice League came out, I should say.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, because back when he got announced as the new replacement for Justice League, he also got announced for Batgirl, and that's when a lot of people thought maybe he was going to become the new head of DC, and people thought that he was going to turn it around.
Well,
we know that's not true.
What do I gotta do?
What do I gotta do?
So as far as I know. I think Batgirl has a writer, but today was the first official news that they're moving forward with it. It's going to be a HBO Max show.
That's cool. Do we know if it's going to be in the Snyderverse or like news. Pattinsonverse or its own
news.
Verse?
That's the tricky thing is we don't know where Blue Beetle, Atom, Static Shock, Batgirl, we don't know where these stand in terms of share,
I feel like Atom is gonna has to be Shazam. Yeah, it has to be Shazam.
Well, it is, but remember, until we know what's gonna go down in Flashpoint with the Flash film,
oh, you're right.
We don't know where the DCEU will stand until after that comes out.
Yeah, I see
so again, like we mentioned, Grace Randolph. Yeah, she's kind of iffy, but she has been mentioning that they're looking very
future
optimistic
projects
for Justice League 2 and 3. I don't know. I've got no comment on that. We'll have to wait and see.
We can only hope, man. We can only hope.
I know.
Snyder said it was nothing, but he also said the Snyder Cut wasn't never going to happen, basically. So, well, I know you said no, but basically that was the vibe we were getting. But now we have it. We're, what, five days away?
5 days.
Oh, man. Exciting.
That's going to be great. It's going to be great.
What's next?
Peacemaker. So this show came out as a surprise because James Gunn didn't even expect it. He said he literally started writing for fun during COVID. It was around June of 2020 when he right when he finished filming Suicide Squad. And he said he was at home and he loved the character and he was just kind of writing for fun. And then he's like, before I knew it, I had 8 episodes cranked out or whatever, 6 or 8 episodes.
Damn.
And he said within
Let's
a
go.
month he pitched it and HBO wanted to do it, and now it's an HBO Max show. So
My man.
this show I would take with a grain of salt. I don't think it's gonna boost the DCU in a huge way. I think it's just kind of a
I think it's gonna be a cool, badass little show.
I think
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a badass show. It'll probably be a little raunchy TVMA kind of thing, and
It makes me excited because they clearly had fun with John Cena doing it. Then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which means the studio probably enjoyed what they saw with John Cena.
I
as
think this
well.
is just gonna be like a sarcastic and
Yeah.
funny Punisher.
pretty much
Yeah.
that's what I've been reading Peacemaker is. I've heard nothing but really good things of Suicide Squad, and
Yeah,
I
man.
think it's gonna be a top contender to be a one of the best DC films. I think it just has that potential.
Well, James Gunn said it's one of the biggest things he's ever worked on.
Yeah.
So like
And he said it was the best project he's ever worked on
Yeah.
over Guardians. So, you know,
Oh man,
I'm stoked for it.
Fighting
you
word.
know?
those are fighting
And-
words. Yeah.
And we'll see it in theaters. You know, theaters open next week for LA County. Not sure about Orange County, but they'll be opening at 25% capacity. So I think we'll be seeing Black Widow on time. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna see it on time in theaters. So, but anyways, the next one we got is Green Lantern. Now,
It's a show, correct?
yeah, the show, and they did confirm that the character will be gay in the show as well.
Well, I thought there's gonna have a lot of different characters they're gonna focus on.
From what I know, the Green Lantern show is Jon Stewart. So
I heard
Yeah.
that they were gonna try to focus on different lanterns as well.
Green Lantern Corps.
hmm
So the Green Lantern Corps is the movie, and that's still in development hell. There's no update on it. This is the HBO Max show, and that one is going to be about Green Lantern.
Okay.
So remember a couple years ago in the comics when they confirmed that Green Lantern was gay, right? They're basically continuing that in the live action.
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
as to what that relates to story, I don't know. I don't know if it's just kind of a social thing where they're like, he's gay because he's gay. Like, you know, all right, cool. You know,
Yeah.
So,
No problem.
yeah, ain't no problem.
Ain't no
As
problem.
far as we know, it's just gonna be a HBO Max. No casting, no other news.
Aquaman 2.
Yeah, Aquaman 2. That's the first official logo, I guess.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Maybe. Oh, really? I can barely even see it.
It's just they just put a little 2 in between the logo.
Whoa, how would you put it? How do you put an Aquaman 2?
I put a shark in there at least somewhere.
Just him riding Jaws, you know? And he only has 2 teeth, and that's how they say it's
Yeah,
Aquaman
that'd be sick.
2. So dumb. Or it's just Aquaman holding up the peace
No, the
sign.
movie's
Yeah.
called Aquamans. And they just throw an S at the end. No, they call it the Aquaman.
Stop it. Stop it. That's the way we're gonna.
They gotta
introduce the
replace
sequel.
all the A's with X's though.
I'm still disappointed that Shazam 2 wasn't what they went with, where it was Shazam with 2 exclamation points. Someone said that would be such a witty way to do like Shazam 2, like kind of how
that'd
they
be
did
funny,
Guardians
yeah.
Volume 2. But it's
Just
Gods
2
and Fury.
exclamation
What is it? Shazam Fury of the Gods or something
Fury
like
of
that?
the Gods.
Yeah. But we'll get to that one next. Flash, that's the biggest in development right now.
Yeah, man.
Full cast. It's gonna have 2 Batmans, Batfleck, Michael Keaton. What's her name? Supergirl's in it. According to the director and his wife, the producer, they said there's gonna be a lot of superheroes in that movie. So if
Okay.
by that time, Spider-Man No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness lets us down with
At
you know,
least
lot of
DC.
at least Flash will introduce multiple dimensions.
Because
of
we do know
characters, so-
DC has never let us down either.
nothing but pain, nothing but sadness.
I
But
live
yeah,
in
that's,
Spain, but without the S.
yeah, that steamrolls into theaters 2023. So
So why is Teen Titans Go on this list? I thought that was already
So I don't
established
know.
content.
I don't know.
Are they bringing
And
it
all I
back?
c- maybe.
New season,
I
maybe?
don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Well,
Maybe
really,
they wanted to make it look even, so they were like, "We're missing one square. Let's go there."
plop
I
that
don't
in.
know. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Suicide Squad, that's the video
It's
game.
the video game. That one looks
yeah.
fun. When did that come
Looks
out?
very fun.
Both of the video games, I haven't seen anything from since their announcement trailer.
So what I heard is Gotham City Knights is supposed to be this year,
Sick.
but Suicide Squad I think is 22. I think.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. They haven't given a date for it.
that
there's
makes
no
sense.
gameplay for that.
yeah,
either.
because the Gotham Knights had a gameplay like trailer
Yeah.
where Suicide Squad was just a cinematic. So that makes
Right.
sense.
And it's important to remember that the developers of Arkham Origins are doing Gotham City Knights, and Rocksteady, who did the Batman Arkham games, are doing Suicide Squad. So, yeah. I
and they're both trying like multiplayer out for the first time as well.
true. Yeah. I think it's gonna be one of those things where the feature's there, but I probably won't.
I'll be
use it
playing
too
solo.
much.
I'll be playing solo.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun, like if me and you were like jumping, like all three of us were jumping around playing. But I think it'll still work as a standalone game.
I really
but,
hope it's not like Avengers or like Ultimate Alliance where all four of them are like actually just
yeah.
running around with you. You know what I mean?
From what the gameplay showed, there's certain moments where they're together, but it didn't look like the whole game is going to be that
Okay.
way. No.
Okay. That's good.
But even though Arkham Origins developers are working on it, I wouldn't be worried about that because this game does look very solid. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, Arkham Origins wasn't bad. It just wasn't the best Arkham game.
It was
yeah.
it was
okay.
a catch grab.
Yeah. It just wasn't the best Arkham game. It was okay.
Yeah. This next one, I don't know. What
I was about to say, what is this, bro?
Bat wheels, bro.
Bat wheels.
I'm assuming it's a kid show.
Bat wheels.
Bring back Christian Bale, right?
Okay.
Have him voice a car.
This is Pimp My Ride Batman edition.
Oh no!
And he's just Exhibit. Comes out,
Bad Zibbit. Bad Zibbit.
He's like, I got a 70 Monte Carlo. Can you turn it into a Batmobile for me? And he's like,
Batwheel.
That's the amazing show. Oh my god.
I couldn't tell you what it's about. I'm gonna say it's a kid show. It's probably gonna be some anime.
Yeah.
it looks like
Look at the logo, dude.
I know.
Bat wheels. I would love if it's Christian Bale's Batman. Bad Zibbit.
Hey, but that leads into the Batman, which I think is probably the most hyped up DC film out of everything.
Yeah, man. It has a lot riding on it right now.
I'm so torn with it because it's the Batman that I feel should never have happened. No offense.
Because you love Ben Affleck.
Well, we know that Ben was supposed to write, produce, and direct the Batman and star in it, and it was going to be Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Joe Manganiello was going to be Deathstroke, and everyone that has worked on that part of the film has all said that it was a really solid script. Like it was Warner Brothers' big hot ticket at the time that they were putting money on. And it was Ben, not the studio, it was Ben that backed out. He was the one that was like, I got to put health first. He was going through a ton of crap. He had his marriage with Jennifer Garner failing. He checked into rehab. Like, I think for the best interest of his health, he couldn't do that movie. And it went in stages. It went from him doing everything to him not directing, but being in it. And that's when they signed Matt Reeves on. And then Ben just completely backed out when Matt did a whole rewrite of the script. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's optimistic because this looks dope as hell.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at it. I'm sad because I would have loved to see that film, but to still get something good out of this film, I think it's gonna be killer.
If you are justice, please do not lie.
I'm curious, Aaron, have you heard of anything regarding the rumors of this movie? Like the behind the scenes trouble?
Behind the scenes trouble?
Oh yeah.
I've heard a couple nitbits, but why don't you refresh us?
Well, I know the first time I ever heard about anything was around Christmas when they were saying that apparently Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves were not getting along.
Okay.
And then I don't remember much coming from that besides there was just some some beef or whatever. There was some stuff going on between them. And I want to say a couple weeks ago, there was some even more meat that they were saying, like coming from the industry insiders, people from the set, saying that like Robert Pattinson and like Catwoman, like Zoe Kravitz, have been like hooking up, and that she got like pregnant, and like apparently Matt Reeves caught them or something like that, and like Matt Reeves does not want to work with Robert Pattinson after this movie apparently.
Yo, you had to warn me before you.
That was
that bomb,
my
right?
exact reaction. Yeah, that
Okay,
was
right.
when that was what, like 2 weeks ago when you told me, or like a week ago.
It was on a show.
Yeah,
but
it was nuts.
Now obviously there's no report. Zoe
Where
Kravitz,
did you hear this?
this has been like on like the fucking like the back channel, the people that were like leaking like Star Wars stuff.
Okay,
so, yeah,
wait.
there's a chance that there's no truth to any of this.
Wait, you said they asked Zoe?
So there's been people have asked questions, like have asked Zoe like, hey, are you pregnant? You know, like, because I guess there's like the industry stuff has been going on, and she just kind of like avoided the question and like ignored it. But she did finalize, I think, her divorce with her husband in January. And
Okay,
so
that
like,
was
Yeah, dude, this was
steamy, man.
yeah,
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
me when he told me live last time. I was like, bro, I was like, bro.
Listen.
so I don't know if there's, I obviously don't know, but this is what I saw, like, and I was like, this is gonna suck if this ends up being like a one movie.
Okay,
Bro, they don't
Okay,
make Damien. If
okay.
they don't name that child Damian Wayne,
listen. At the bottom line, we're not working on that film, so we have no
We're
idea.
not.
yeah,
So
no idea.
But I also think, again, it's total bull. I just think it's bullshit, dude. Okay, like we're talking 100, like 20 plus crew of people, production, right? Huge production.
Maybe less
Lots
with
of
COVID.
Lots of moving gears and everything. Okay. Well, I mean 120 production, meaning like just everyone working on the film in total, on set, off set, whatever. These are massive movies. Okay. On set drama happens. It's work. It's the industry. But whenever it's rumors like, yeah, so supposedly Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson have gotten into a fight on set, and they don't like each other, and they don't want to ever work. Man, I just feel like those are just like hot, steamy piles of poop. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's like they're hooking up. She got pregnant, and now there's a scandal. Listen, if it comes out that it's true, holy
Bro,
crap,
hey, we didn't find out Emma Stone was pregnant till she was like about to have the baby. You know what I mean?
True.
Like
True,
we
yeah.
could find out Zoe like
But then again, she is married. That's a little different than Rob Pattinson.
no, but
taking off
what
the towel
I'm
and
saying
going to
is
town
what
on
I'm saying is
Catwoman.
what I'm saying is if they wanted to keep the pregnancy secret, they can. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
Like so
Rob-
like we
Rob-
literally could not find out for months if this is true. Like
Rob is a very eccentric guy. He is not a studio guy. He hated working on Twilight. It was a total shock when he even agreed to do this movie because it seems out of his comfort zone. And he even said that's the point of why he took the role, is because he wanted to do something that other people would say no, he could absolutely not do it. He's a phenomenal actor. I don't think he has no reason not to be good in this, but
Right.
I would take this like the Pedro Pascal rumors, where they were saying that Disney hated working with him on the show and that his time was almost done. I think that's total bull too, you know, because
I feel like with
people
that,
have debunked that.
I feel like with that, I think it was just overly fabricated. I think they're made.
Grace too.
I think they're
Grace was a huge defender of that.
I think there is probably some truth to it, but I think it was just probably just way. I mean, people are
I think it was
human.
blown out of proportion,
You know,
but I think that-
I think it was just blown out of proportion. You know, people are human. People do have like differences
People were
and
debunking and calling Grace out.
oh yeah,
Well,
I remember that.
People who
But
worked on the show who were saying she was lying.
yeah, because
I
because
really
I
don't
think
believe it.
Grace was making it sound like the show's about to end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, she
just
was
think
saying plain and simple that they did not like him and that he was hated on set, and I don't.
Yeah, no,
No.
I don't think
just
that's
don't
true
agree
at
with
all. I think what she was saying about the differences with Pedro and how he felt about wearing the helmet and that causing differences, I could see that as a
I think it's
possibility.
false too.
I
think all
just
that
don't
crap
see
is
it. I
wrong.
just don't see it as like a big like we're gonna fucking
That's yeah.
like
That's,
I
that's
just see it
fair,
as like
but
I just see it as something that maybe Pedro brought up, and then they're all like, all right, well let's fucking like work on it, you know, like that's how I see it. I don't think Pedro was like, I'm about to fucking walk out if you guys don't like, you know, like I don't think that.
You look at the reception of the show from the cast and the crew, and I just like with John and Dave and all of them, Carl Weathers, you know, the whole list of people. I don't see it being true, because it was all of the stuff coming out about them was coming from like internet bloggers, and it just kind of got to the point where it was like, okay, so Grace Randolph is typing away that, you know, Pedro didn't like having to wear the helmet all the time and was being a diva. It's just kind of like, come on, man. Because then you would see it in her videos, and she would be promoting it. She'd be like, watch today's video to find out the news about Pedro, and it was just like clickbait. It was clickbait, you know.
Yeah, no. That's why that's why when I said earlier when you messaged me about Grace, I was like, I was like,
she's something else.
I was like, the thing about Grace is that sometimes she does get her things right, but sometimes you
right about
you really
Snyder
just
Cut.
gotta
She definitely blows stuff out of proportion for clicks.
Right.
Yeah,
Snyder Cut,
100%.
she was right though. She was saying next month was going to be a big announcement. No one believed her, and then it happened. So
the one thing I do have to say that is weird to me is that the reason why I can kind of maybe believe that the Pedro stuff, like there was some truth to it, maybe if it wasn't entirely true the way Grace was presenting it, is that there may have been some stuff regarding creative, you know, differences moving forward with that show, and that's why Mandalorian season 3 maybe has been delayed, and they're working on Book of Boba Fett instead. Because even at the investors call, they didn't even announce Book of Boba Fett. They just kind of were like, here's all the shows that are coming out. And then they kind of like, oh yeah, Book of Boba Fett's happening too. But they didn't show it. Like they didn't present it.
But wasn't that...
I think it was just more not to spoil. Yeah, it was not to spoil the end of Mando.
Yeah, because it didn't.
That was before the finale. It was like an episode or two before the finale. So I don't think they were trying to spoil what happens with Boba in the finale.
I honestly think that Mando season 3 never got delayed. I think Boba Fett was just the priority. I think that was the show they wanted to get out, because Mando season 3 I think is barely getting ready to start filming, which would line up with the release window that they're going to do. But you know, we'll see, because I mean, we don't really have anything of Boba other than it's coming in December, and that's really it. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's hop back into this DC list.
Yeah. What does that say?
Zatanna.
Zatanna.
She's cool.
I heard she's the equivalent of Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, she's cool. She got some magic powers. She had this really cool top hat outfit. I used to have a poster of her back in my room when I was like younger.
I don't have much to say about it other than
just know it's in the works.
It's gonna be HBO Max. Yeah.
She's cool.
I
think I think Zatanna's the daughter of someone. I just don't remember who.
Yeah.
She's the daughter of someone important, and then that's how she has her powers. But yeah, she's cool.
Fun fact though, that is being produced by Bad Robot.
Oh, nice.
And they're thinking that it could lead into Justice League Dark with Constantine and all.
Ooh, I have heard about Justice League Dark. That is something possible.
That wasn't announced today, but
I like the actor who plays Constantine in the CW shows. He's great.
He might be coming back.
So I hope he comes back. I would love to see him in a movie. He is so good.
Supergirl's ending, right?
Yes.
Season?
Yeah. It's their final season. Because she is a mama now.
Shazam. Wait, in the show or in real life?
No, in real life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shazam 2, I think is going to be real fun.
Yeah, man. I need to rewatch Shazam. That was a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
I forgot the ending is like all of them are in a group. You know, like
it is all of them.
That.
Yeah. From what I know, the only one of the family returning is the girl, Miss Marvel, like MS Marvel. You know, no, not like only her. What I mean is like the family. Remember that you saw at the end?
Yeah.
The one for sure returning is her, because she signed a 5-picture deal.
Yeah.
So I don't know the plot or anything. I just know that same crew, same cast, they're all coming back. So
Interesting.
Batwoman.
Yeah, what's up with that?
uh,
Is that
I think just another season. I think that's really all it was.
I was like, oh yeah, that's bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's so bad. It's so bad, bro. It's worse than season 1.
I thought Ruby Rose was a crazy casting.
I thought she was. I thought once she's beating people up and like being Batwoman, badass. But the writing and acting is just.
Who's the alias for Batwoman again?
Kate Kane.
The main one. Kate Kane. Okay.
Kate Kane.
And then Batgirl is Barbara Gordon, right?
Yes.
Is that a? Or no. Or
Yeah.
does she become a
they're
Robin?
the version. They're the version. No, Robin. Well, there's different versions. There's the version of Barbara Gordon that becomes Robin. That's the most recent version. Previously, she's Batgirl, and then she gets shot by Joker and becomes Oracle.
That's right. I knew the Oracle storyline and everything. Okay.
But in
The
a
female
recent,
Robin,
the
what is her
recent,
name again?
I think that's Barbara Gordon, isn't it? That's the version of Barbara Gordon, I think.
Because I know in the Dark Knight Returns, it's a female Robin. That was one of like the first iterations, but I don't remember her name. Female Robin. Okay, it brought up actual birds. Jeez, Google. Carrie Kelly.
Oh,
Carrie
interesting.
Kelly. Yes.
They should bring her into the.
Can't really see it, but this is. I'll see if it'll. Focus.
Oh yeah.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she first appeared in The Dark Knight Returns. She was in some of the shows. She was confirmed to appear in Batman vs. Superman. Jenna Malone was rumored to play, but then it was revealed that she was just playing someone else. But other than that, Snyder confirmed she was Batman's sidekick in the dream sequence and would have been so if the dice.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Reality.
That would have been really cool.
But other than that, nothing else with her. So
yeah, Batwoman's not that great. It's not that great.
Yeah.
But it's so weird too because like the whole Ruby Rose thing fucked everything up, man. Like,
yeah, why did she leave again?
So there's conflicting reports.
Did she get injured?
The CW official report is that she got injured, and she got injured doing a stunt, and that she didn't want to that they couldn't do it. Behind the scenes, rumors and everything is that she didn't like the show. She didn't like the ratings of the show and how it was going, and she didn't like how much of a schedule and everything that it was holding her down, and she couldn't do movies anymore because of it. So she just wanted
I would go with both of those stories.
I believe, yeah. I think maybe her wanting to leave is something she wanted to do, but I think the injury is what really just like
sealed the cake.
Yeah, sealed the cake. Yeah, dude, just because what they're doing in the show is just fucking weird. And then, as I said, what they do in Crisis of Infinite Earths, like the big crossover that's big for everyone. She's a paragon of justice, I think, or some shit. They explain them as paragons, like basically the seven heroes that saves the universe, and they're called paragons, and each hero represented a different paragon of whatever. She was the paragon of justice, and like the idea was that she was important to the galaxy and the future and everything because she's the paragon of justice or whatever. And now, now she's nothing. Now she's a whole lot of nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Moving on.
Keep it going. Let's keep it going.
The Suicide Squad, big movie. August it comes out.
It'll be fun, man.
It's a soft reboot, not really a reboot,
yeah,
but
it's still the same.
It's gonna be more the comic versions of the 80s of the characters. But as far as we know, the only plot is that Amanda and Rick Flag basically take the squad and break them out. They send them to an island to break them out of like a super prison. And basically, I forgot the name of the prison, but the prison holds a lot of ties to like big DC stuff. So
sick.
That's all we got of it.
Yeah, I love the cast, man. Like,
Yeah,
I love
think it's gonna be
Pete
really good.
Davidson, Peter Capaldi, Margot Robbie, fucking Idris
I'm interested
Elba.
to see how much they have screen time together because it's a big cast.
Yeah,
That's a
and then-
really big cast.
And then James
How many of
Gunn
these
said,
are going to start like dying like immediately too?
"Oh, 3 people will die immediately.
I feel like there's going to be a handful.
It's gonna be Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
Pete
it's gonna be-
Davidson's gonna
right away.
fucking blah. He's gonna get killed.
yeah.
Pete,
Yeah.
maybe Peter
As long as they
Capaldi.
don't do a stupid freaking whatever that dude's name was. Remember he got his
Slipknot?
head?
Slipknot. Yeah,
God.
I could escape anything.
Dude, they did so much promotion for that guy, like a la Justice League and everything, and then he died. So great.
It reminds me of the Deadpool 2 stuff when they're like teasing like the uncanny
Yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah.
I love how all of them die, and then the
Or-
most normal dude, I forgot his name, the dude with the mustache.
Back to save.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool's like,
He gets
let's go.
back-
That's what I'm talking about. And then he just gets like destroyed. Just utterly destroyed. That was such a funny scene, man.
All of them
I wasn't
died,
even mad.
man.
I remember
Oh.
seeing Shatterstar. I'm like, no, Shatterstar's in this. I was so excited.
Bro,
he just
I
died.
love it, dude.
I remember when Bill Skarsgård in it. That was right after It, like one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies. So I was like, yeah, Bill Skarsgård, he's gonna fucking fuck it up, and
See-
then dies immediately.
See, Deadpool can do that. Deadpool
Yeah.
can hype up a character and kill him and it be okay.
Yeah,
MCU cannot. MCU cannot do the boner. Deadpool can do the Ralph boner.
Deadpool, dude,
Yeah.
watch. Hey, I guarantee if Deadpool comes in,
Oh, Deadpool
He's
3
gonna
is gonna
make-
make fun of it.
he's
dude.
gonna make fun of that shit, dude. Oh man.
It's gonna be some major actor playing a role, and he's gonna be like, "Let me guess, name's Ralph Boner, huh?" And then he'll say something, and he'll look at the camera and be like, "Eat your heart out, MCU fans."
No,
You know, like,
it's gonna be
so
like his first time introducing himself to like the MCU, and they'd be like, "Who are you?"
name's Ralph Boner.
And he'd be like, I'm Ralph Boner."
And then everyone's gonna be like looking, and he'll be like, "You guys like okay, whatever."
And then,
Poor joke.
yeah, and then he'll look into the camera and like they don't get it. They don't understand comedy.
Yeah. Diverting expectations for the sake of art. Yeah, we love it. So moving on to the next one. This is an interesting show. GCPD. It's going to be in the Batman
Yeah,
universe.
it's the prequel, right?
Yeah, I guess you could call it
It's
a
like year
prequel.
one, right? It's like a little bit right before, or
Yeah. I would say it's like in the vein of the film and that, but it's interesting because it's basically Gotham, except
it's exactly Gotham.
it's gonna except it's not going to dive into the villains the way that Gotham did. Remember Gotham got kind of like
Yeah,
started to go out there a little bit.
Oh yeah.
This is like supposedly a straight up cop procedural show, like on TV, but in Gotham. So,
Jim Gordon CSI.
I think so.
Yeah,
if I'm being
basically.
honest.
Yeah.
I hope
But-
they do the camera angles and like the shaky camera and everything. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for the full ripoff.
Yeah.
That'd be
Uh,
hilarious. I think I might did.
Matt Reeves said he's very excited for it.
I doubt Batman's gonna be in it.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I think it's just going to be a straight up cop spinoff on the Gotham Police Department.
There'll probably be like rumors and like papers in the background,
Yeah.
Bat spotted or whatever.
It has potential to be really good because the Batman's world and tone is very gritty.
Yeah,
It's a very
Gritty and dark.
Gotham. So I'm stoked. DMZ, from what I know, that is based on the graphic novel.
What is that? What does
Um,
DMV stand for? The
how do I explain?
dirty money zits
Yeah. Dirty
digital
money zits. Yeah.
digital market
Um,
Zapdos.
It says here the
Uh,
series is set in the near future where a second American Civil War has turned the island of Manhattan into a demilitarized zone,
Oh.
DMZ, caught between forces of the U.S. and secessionist free states of America. It's a highly acclaimed graphic novel. Came out from 2005 to 2012. It was published by DC Comics under the Vertigo imprint. before they shut that down and turned it into DC Black Label.
So is
basically.
this like just regular people, no superheroes?
No, this is no superheroes. It's essentially a graphic novel. So I think it's just an HBO Max.
So it's the
original.
Division.
Sort of. You should look into the comic. It's a
Yeah.
really cool comic. I haven't read all of it, but the art style is really dope. And
Okay,
I think they're
alright.
just. I think it's just a project.
War.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Hot.
And the last final three, the one we've been waiting for.
yeah, we already talked about Gotham City Knights. I mean, or Gotham Knights. Sorry.
Yeah,
not
Gotham
City
Knights. That would be cool. I'm excited
Gotham
for
Knights
that one.
looks like a cool game.
Yeah.
What is that superhero?
Superhero High, bro. What's Superhero High?
Is it DC, but it's animate? Like it's anime?
It has to be like an animated high school superhero club.
You guys just don't understand. I want some of that. Some like.
So I typed it
You
in.
guys just don't understand.
I typed it in, and the first thing that came up is a movie called DC Superhero Girls Superhero High.
Oh no.
Apparently this is in development since 2019
Okay.
with Elizabeth Banks behind it.
All right.
It will be a half-hour sitcom.
WandaVision.
It says here it would present 2 new DC comic shows from Greg Berlanti and a show based on Green Lantern. Now comes word that Elizabeth is developing another DC show. The only synopsis is experiencing the fun and drama of adolescence at a boarding school for gifted kids. These teens are just trying to navigate the pressures of high school, but none of them realize that someday they will become legendary DC heroes.
Bro,
So
this is what the boys are doing with their spin-off show.
Oh, are they doing a spin-off show?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
The boys
That's pretty much it.
the boys are doing a spin-off show where it's basically like a VOT school where it's gonna be a bunch of like young adults that are gonna be the next.
I need to catch up to that show.
The next
I heard
thing of
nothing but
VOT.
great
Yeah.
things.
All right. Well, the
okay,
last
well,
one, the most
last
exciting one, League of Super Pets.
I've been waiting for this ever since they announced the DCEU.
What is League of Super Pets? Dude. League of Super Pets fights Clifford.
Please let this be live
Oh my
action.
god. Okay, wait. This is a legit thing.
Is it live action?
It appeared in DC Comics.
Oh, I know.
Adventure Comics number 293.
Yeah, it's like Crypto
In
and Bat Dog and shit like that, right? Yeah.
Eppo the Super Monkey. The Super Monkey.
Oh, that's
Comet
from.
the Super Horse. Crypto the Super. Yes, Comet the Super Horse. Apparently, it is a sapient horse with powers who was once a centaur
I don't want to see that.
in ancient Greece. The second character is a shapeshifter with 3 forms. Both characters are connected to the Superman family of titles. Crypto the Superdog, which we all know and love. Crypto's awesome. Prody, Streaky the Super Cat, Flexi the Plastic Bird, Clay Critter, and Titus. It is the Legion of Super Pets.
This has to be animated, right? Has to be animated.
It was removed from mainstream DC Comics continuity in 1986, but a new version appeared in mainstream comics in 2017. I want to know what they were smoking at the time, but
Super Horse, bro.
like, yeah.
Hashtag Super
It
Horse.
says that the team only rarely appeared. Oh, it says significant appearances during the Legion's adventure comics has them like left like they pop up in comics, but they never had a series. And then it says the team only rarely appeared after the Silver Age and was removed from continuity with the crossover Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I just forgot.
Yeah.
Didn't Titans do Crypto as well?
I think
Yeah, they did do Crypto. Did you watch season 2?
I did not yet.
Oh, yeah. I think they do crypto, if I remember correctly, in season 2. Because I think season 2 is the season where they introduced like the Superboy.
Okay, so it's gonna be a CGI animated film. Yeah.
Oh, like Scoob?
I don't know.
It's gonna be like Scoob. Oh no.
It's delayed to May 2022 is what it seems like.
They can keep delaying that one if they
yeah,
want.
yeah.
Listen, I don't have much to say about it, guys, other than it's a project happening.
And this
I
one's
love
in the
crypto.
Snyderverse, right?
I don't know. I love crypto. I
Bat Dog
love
is cool
that
too.
Henry Cavill's own dog in real life is what's his name? Isn't it named Kal-El? I think he named it Kal-El or it's Crypto, something like that.
Yeah.
He named it after a Superman.
It might be
reference,
Kal-El.
Yeah, that is an interesting slate. It's interesting to realize too that this was part of the conference call. They didn't really have an announcement, like an official announcement of these things, but
Yeah.
as far as I know, they are legit. So
Damn,
Yeah.
man. That's hilarious. Well, we have quite the slate, don't we?
yeah,
I would imagine all these projects are planned to be out by 2024. Planned.
yeah.
We'll see how the first one of each of these projects goes.
Yeah.
And if they get dumpstered on,
Hey,
nothing will happen. So.
I mean, Batwoman can go to season 15, man. I think they've
I
got.
think it will. I think it will.
that's the one they won't give up on, which is weird.
They're gonna cast a new Batwoman every season.
We don't need Darkseid. We don't need to finish the Justice League trilogy.
New Batwoman.
Batwoman.
You know what? New Batwoman.
Super pets.
Hell yeah. CGI super pets.
Superhero high.
Superhero high.
Superhero
Like,
high.
I can just picture Warner Brothers executives at the table. Zach going, here's my detailed plan for Justice League Part 1, 2, and 3. I have every single notes. We've got a ton of comic book writers ready to go on this. It would be a great trilogy. It would bring in a lot of money for you guys because we would set up amazing villains, amazing characters, have a great story arc. We could hype it up. We could plan it out with all these characters' films. What do you say? And they're going,
Now, how many super
Yeah,
pets
no,
are in? How many
let's
super
do the
pets?
Super Pet show.
Yeah. But like, all right, yeah.
Greg, what was that project you had? Super Pets. Yeah, sorry, Zach. I think we're gonna go with Super Pets. You know,
Super Pets.
Superhero High seems like a really great direction for the
Yeah.
for our audience. I think they really want that.
We were looking into statistics. Turns out kids love pets, and kids are in school. So I think if we make those two shows, I think kids will come back.
I don't know what they're smoking over there, dude. We'll see what happens.
Dude, they're
Jack, you have-
they're superhero high. That's what they are.
Zach, you had a chance, and you failed. So
Zach-
we're gonna continue pushing Batwoman.
They're standing like this too. They're like at the table standing like this.
Dude, I don't doubt it.
Zach, listen. You had a great run. You know that Batman versus Super Jam. Yeah, whatever. It was great. Yeah. But
Darkseid.
yeah.
We don't think the audiences are ready for that.
Yeah, but here's the problem, right? You made a Justice League, and that's fine. But we got that Joss Whedon guy. He's made money. He's made money. He's made
Money.
He's made movies, right? He's made that
Gonna make us
Avengers.
some cheddar cheese.
He's made all that stuff, right? And he took your movie and he made garbage. Right? He made garbage. So let me ask you this, Mr. Snyder, if that's really your name. Now, how are you gonna tell me that Mr. Avenger is able to take your movie and make it garbage, and you're gonna take your movie and make it good, when you're not Mr. Avenger? Tell me this, Zach. Tell me this.
Superhero pets.
Now, superhero pets, they haven't let me down yet. All right? Superhero pets and superhero high, there's something there. All right? So if you want to come back, Zach, sorry. If you want to come back, Zach, in like 2 years and try Superhero Pets 2, we could talk.
I just picture him sitting there being like, so what do I got to do to let me make Justice League 2 and 3? What do I got to do? Huh?
You need super pets in it.
You know they're sitting there like, Zach, Zach, my boy.
Seki boy.
We can't use Darkseid in Fortnite. But we can put the super pets in Fortnite. We can get those sweet V-Bucks,
The
Zach.
super pets. The
Super pets. Hey, we can put the super pets.
Man.
Kids don't want to buy the dark side skin, all right? All right?
This is like Thanos. They don't want the Darkseid skin. It's too
Yeah,
much.
They already got
It's the same
Thanos.
character.
I hate it.
Avengers were already beat up with Thanos. We need to beat Thanos.
But Crypto doing the floss, never seen that before.
The problem with Joker being so successful is it's now gonna have like Walter Hamada and Warner Brothers be like, "Oh, so the audience wants more villains, huh? All right, hey, well, what do you got for us? Look in the book over there. Yeah. What? Eggman?
What?
That's a villain, right? Eggman's
Hey.
a villain. Yeah. Let's give him his own movie.
Hey,
$200 million
Hey,
budget.
Walt. Hey, Walt. Do you hear about?
Slipknot origin story?
Hey, do you hear about this Condiment King? Do you hear about that Condiment King?
Calendar Man.
Condiment
Calendar
King
Man.
has ketchup and relish.
Give him
What
a
do you
movie.
know?
Let's put Mark Wahlberg in Calendar Man. Yeah, Michael Bay, director. Let's get him on it. Let's get it happening.
You guys want a Joker too? No.
No.
We all know
Done.
sequels don't do the same numbers. We got to go with an original character.
Further. We got further and bigger and
Bring in
better.
Clayface.
Dumb, dude. Dumb.
Well, that slate confirms we're not getting Joker 2, right?
Yeah, basically. At least not for the next 5 years.
yeah,
I'm honestly okay with it, man.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
that's
But
fine.
yeah.
I
It's
love
such a bummer
Joker
'cause
1. I just
Todd
love
Phillips has even said, he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, if it can come down to it, maybe we can explore more. But that movie, I feel like, has solidified itself as a really good one. So
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was a good show, guys. How do you feel about that?
that was a beefy chunk. Yeah,
Well,
a lot of stuff.
It was a
lot of
nice.
beefy
We talked about potential Falcon and Winter Soldier to be coming out next week. Hype for that.
Omega Red confirmed.
Omega Red confirmed. Mephisto confirmed.
The mutants are coming in for sure.
Thunderbolt confirmed.
Yeah.
What
Red
else
Hulk
is confirmed? Red Hulk
I can-
confirmed.
I can tell you guys this: it's gonna be a different Friday come next week.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna
The world will be different.
dude. Okay, how about we're not gonna sleep next week, bro? We're gonna go Wednesday night into Snyder, fucking all night.
Thursday night into Falcon.
Thursday night into
Yeah.
Falcon. We're gonna be doing shows both days. Oh man,
Yeah.
like we're fucking done.
Listen, Wednesday, guys, just prepare.
I'm prepared.
Just prepare.
The butt
Have
is
the
clenched.
have the caffeine ready to go.
Always.
Snacks ready to go. Like we're gonna truck through it.
I went to bed at 4 a.m. last night.
Ain't no
I'm
problem.
ready to
calling it
go.
now. Trolls will be out in full force at 12:01.
It's gonna be you. It's gonna be
Thursday
you.
morning.
It's gonna be you.
Listen, I'm staying off Twitter. As soon as it pops up, we're in Discord and we're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
We're hitting play. It's important to remember there is a 10-minute intermission in the middle of the film, which I thought was interesting.
Can we
Yeah.
just fast forward it?
Yeah, you can just fast forward, but it is a 10-minute intermission. Like if you legit wanted to
Well, maybe we should take. We would take. I mean, yeah, whatever. We'll see.
take like a 5-minute.
Little
but
5-minute.
We'll probably skip through it.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy. Like you hit the 2-hour mark, and there's still 2 more hours.
Well, we
It's
just,
crazy,
dude, we
man.
just watched Justice League, the actual
crazy.
Justice League, and that was 2 hours, and we were just
That
like,
flew by.
yeah. Well, and now we got 4, dude. I mean, I think Avengers Endgame breaking the 3-hour mark is what really like got people more comfortable with the.
I think it's
Yeah.
insane that this is going to be longer than Endgame.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear that?
That'd be
They're.
great for me.
Did you hear that they might re-release Avatar to theaters?
Oh,
Yes.
they are.
And,
They are going.
In China.
and they're gonna
They're
try
trying
to.
so hard.
They're gonna try to beat Endgame again.
James Cameron's sitting over there. What do I gotta do?
Hey,
do to be number one? Best movie
no.
of all time.
He was. They were over there like. Wait. You can release your movie again? Ah, shit. Hold on. Hey, release Avatar again. What else do we got? Release them. Put them in
Listen.
theaters again. What else?
I think if it breaks the record, I think people are not going to give it any mind. I think people are set in stone that Endgame is the true contender. It had more of a social status, more of a social icon at the time.
Yeah.
In my head and in my heart, that movie will always be number one at the box office.
Bro, let's see realistically how many people are gonna be risking COVID that don't have the vaccine to go rewatch Avatar in theaters. You know what I mean?
Here's the clicker though. It doesn't even come out till December 2022.
Oh, what the?
It's been delayed like 5 times. It was supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out in 2021, and then it got delayed to 22.
Isn't Avatar like 7 supposed to be out already? Like
3 and 4, and then if people like, or sorry, 2 and 3, and then if they like it, there would be a 4th one. But I will give Cameron credit. He's had a full writer's room. They've had all scripts written for at least 6 years now. They've had every plan for all of them. They filmed all of them back to back to back. It's insane.
What if the movie just ends up sucking? You know, what if Avatar 2 just comes out and it's terrible, and they're like, "Well, shit, we still have a third one to release."
Wait, did you say they filmed? Did you say they filmed?
They've been filming all of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Yes.
Get this, Fernie, get this. They started filming for Avatar 2 and 3 in September 2017. 2017, Fernie. Filming concluded in September 2020 after 3 years of shooting.
These are the most expensive movies.
What?
Avatar 2 has a budget of $250 million. Avatar 3 has a budget of overall the whole budget for Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 and 5 haven't been shot yet, but they've been written. The budget for all of them is $1 billion.
That is,
bro.
That is.
How confident are they? How confident are you?
Here's the thing, guys. Avatar 2 comes out in 2022. Avatar 3 doesn't even come out till 2024. So after 2 comes out, we have to wait 2 years for the third one.
Dude, what CGI are they doing? Like, what is happening? What are their visual effects?
Phenomenal, man.
Yeah, like, what is going on with the visual effects, dude? Marvel could turn it around in like 6 months. It's like, what's going on?
Again, James Cameron said, if 2 and 3 are not successful, then that'll be the end of it. He has no problem letting it die.
Yeah, because he spent $1 billion fucking dollars.
But he said that if they are successful, which they very well could be, guys.
They could, 100%.
It would be hyped up because, by the time it comes out, it would be 13 years since the first film. If they're successful, then they would go and shoot 4 and 5.
I mean, okay, answer this. Besides visually,
those actors are
besides visually, right? How iconic is the Avatar movie?
It's been a while since I watched it. They do have a director's cut. It's like 3 hours. It's a very thin plot. I love the lore. I love the world building, and like you said, the visuals for 2009 are incredible.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the greatest film. I think it's just a good sci-fi film.
Yeah,
it's just a good sci-fi film.
That's why, I feel like I think James Cameron is writing a lot on the fact that I think Avatar was so popular when it was because it was, at the time, it was one of the first IMAX films that was popping off. Its
technology for that film is what video games still use today in motion capture.
Yeah, at the time, that shit was so impressive.
But get this, he also created new technology for these films. They successfully created and filmed successfully motion capture underwater.
Oh shit.
Like legit, they have a motion capture rig for underwater scenes. The actors were trained to hold their breath for up to 5 minutes, and were doing full scenes underwater in motion capture. It's incredible.
What?
I enjoyed the universe.
Hold on.
but it was
Dude.
not a franchise.
What's the
I
point for
expected
that though?
from.
So
Like
he
to
said that
create
Avatar.
to create a realism like
No.
aspect,
So
or
so Avatar 2 is going to take place in different areas of Pandora. Okay.
Mhm.
So in the first film, it was a lot of jungle. It was a lot of in the air. It was at the main tree. Remember that giant tree and everything. Avatar 2 is going to explore more of the underwater world. So it's going to
like
have
the Gungans and
different
stuff.
parts of everything. Personally, I'm open to it because I'm interested. But-
I'm more
yeah,
curious about though
I don't
is
know.
what is the purpose of motion rigging underwater? Like,
Because
is it just to create the visual of the tension while they're
it's legit going to be underwater footage and scenes, but they'll be the Na'vi. They'll be motion capture. So instead of just doing pure CGI of the Na'vi,
like instead of doing like an
underwater,
Aquaman, they're doing
yeah,
just
no, they're doing legit underwater
cool.
footage of
cool.
motion capture.
It's
which
kind of
is-
like how George Lucas created tech that was fundamental
THX and
for
everything, yeah.
for film even after Star Wars. Like
I will say that James is a pioneer in filmmaking. I think that he is not all talk, no show. I think he legit
well, no, that's Gabe.
is. Yeah,
That
true.
is true.
I think he backs up what he says, and the whole reason he didn't make Avatar, he was supposed to make Avatar before Titanic, and he pushed it away because he felt technology wasn't there yet. So he waited over a decade to shoot Avatar. So I guess we'll find out in 2 years, boys.
Guess we'll find out.
I don't doubt
sorry.
Cameron.
A year and a half, and then 2.5 years for
So
Avatar
total
3.
3.5 years. We'll find out.
Yeah, I definitely don't doubt James Cameron's ability to make amazing looking movies. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Titanic is one of my favorite movies of like all time because as a kid, I still believe
wonder why.
that they actually sunk a whole ship.
Yeah.
It's crazy what they did
Conspiracy
with all the
theories.
special effects and stuff.
It's just laughable though. 2022.
But there's a lot of confidence going. He has a lot of confidence in this franchise to think.
$1 billion, dude. That's
billion,
so much
oh.
money.
Collectively,
don't get me
yeah.
wrong, I think there's a lot of cool things in the Avatar world. Mostly, I think what I liked about like the humans like in Avatar was like their vehicles and stuff. It reminded me of Halo back in the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this is cool. It's like almost like the closest we're ever gonna get to Halo live action.
Pure original sci-fi. I mean,
It is,
James Cameron wrote the language. They designed everything from the ground up. It's pure sci-fi originality. You don't see that in Hollywood anymore. Like pure original sci-fi.
Yeah.
I'm definitely interested to see what they do with it, but
By the time it comes out, it'll be 5 years since they started filming.
it's insane to me. I can't imagine these actors wanting to come back for 4 and 5. I mean, I feel like they're burned out.
Well,
on
bro,
2 and 3.
if it's got $1 billion budget, they're probably getting paid some bank, bro. They're probably coming
What's
back.
crazy is they filmed the motion capture first, right? They got that out of the way because that's some of the easiest you can do, right? They filmed that for like 6 months, took a break, and then literally went to film the live action. Like there has been, and then COVID happened and they shut down, and then they had to go back. Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. That'd be like us starting to film something in 2016 and it's coming out this fall.
It's like that one movie that's coming out with Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Chaos
Like
Walking.
3 years ago or something.
Yeah. That was filmed like a long
Crazy.
ass time ago. All right.
Crazy.
Well, whatever, guys. I think that's a great way to end. I think that was fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of topics going on, and we're not even done for today, guys. Because today, after this, at about 8 o'clock tonight, we will be over on Diet Ice's Twitch channel at diet_ice. We'll be doing the Ice Party, which is basically like another podcast, but it's just us and then our homeboy Kevin. If you saw the movie review segment from last episode. But there we just talk about anything, about life, about the wind, are we talking about anything specific today, Aaron?
I was gonna discuss that with you guys before we get into it and everything, but
So I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
We could talk about ants.
Ants.
Ants. Yeah, no, it's just gonna be a chill time, you know. It's just gonna be
Yeah, it's a vibe. Vibe
four
for
of us
show.
talking, hanging out. So
And then we also do Star Wars over there, which we gotta finish because,
finish
bro,
that too, I know.
I really want to try to kill Gabe as Anakin Skywalker.
I know we gotta get the Padme and Anakin.
You don't have the high ground though.
Yeah,
So.
hey guys, if you want to see Gabe as Obi-Wan Kenobi, me as Anakin Skywalker, and Diet Ice Aaron over here as Padme, Palpatine, and every other baddie. You gotta go over to Diet Ice and check that out, guys. All right.
Check that out.
So thank you very much. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you. Oh, or what am I even forgetting? Let's do all the shameless plugs for ourselves. Shameless plug for yourself, Aaron. Where can they find you?
Diet Ice, literally diet_ice on everything. You can find me anywhere.
Everything.
Yep.
Gabe, what about you? Where can they find you besides your house?
Foster Store on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch.
Sick. Same for me at Fernie Thy Great. Oh, you can also follow Future Fandation on YouTube, Twitch. We are on TikTok. We have 2 TikToks in the past 24 hours. If you haven't seen it, one edited by Aaron and one edited by me. They were both very fun. One's about Space Jam 2 and one's about SpongeBob. Go and check them out. They are funny little tidbits. And yeah, we will check you guys out at the next stream on Monday when we'll be talking about whatever happens. All right, guys. See you then. Peace out.